Hello friends, the topic is the memory allocation for the variables, functions of various objects. Very important. So please listen carefully. So as we know, the class contains variables and functions, and we need to create an object for the class. But if we have multiple objects, so for the same class, so then the variables and functions, how they're actually saved in the RAM. How many set of variables and how many set of functions are actually saved in the RAM. So we need to understand, of course. So yes, so let's go into the things so that you'll get the actual picture of how it is saved. Okay, yes. So see here. So we have class polygon, and listen carefully, very important. We have a class polygon, and then the variables length and width, and the constructor polygon int x int y. And then we have a method called, see, the polygon is closed, open and closed, in show area. So some method, of course, with no arguments, and the body is written length and width. So the method is closed and the class is closed. Class polygon is closed. So class having variables, one constructor, one method. Please listen carefully. So the class polygon is over. And class area, which is the main class. Then we have create an object now. Please listen carefully. Polygon P is equal to new polygon 1020. Please understand, whenever there is an object creation like this, please understand, please listen carefully, my dear friends. Yeah, so whenever we create an object called P here, for the class polygon, so this is declaration and this is memory allocation up to there. New means it allocates the memory space. How much? It checks the polygon class now. So what? Yeah, I have some variables called length and width. I have a method called show area. Now let me just draw the RAM. So this is your RAM. So some place length and some place at some address. Okay, at some address. For example, 157 is the length, 163 is the width. And we have some method also. Please understand, whenever we create an object there, yes, for the variables and method, show area, int show area, na? I'll just write it here, int show area, the actual code. It is, for example, at 456 somewhere. When the OS operating system gets an empty space, of course, at some address, it will allocate for the method there. Okay. Please understand, for the P, new polygon. Polygon means, yes, the variables length and width, and the method called show area. Now, please understand, so these variables and show area is allocated in the memory at some addresses. And very important, the object P, the references of this variable's length and width and this method are passed to the object. So variables are created in the RAM or allocated in the RAM, method is allocated in the RAM, and the addresses or the references 157, 163 and 456 are linked to the object P. So that's why now I can access P.length, P.width and P.show area. That is the reason, please understand. So the references of the addresses are passed to the object P. So see there in the diagram. And then 1020, very important. Whenever in the object declaration, 1020 are there, and we have seen in the earlier video also, it will go to the constructor of two arguments. Yes, we have a polygon constructor with like this. So 10 will be copied to X, and then 20 will be copied to Y. So length will be 10 and width will be 20. See the RAM also, 10 and 20. Fine, man. So now next line. So yes, that job is done. See the RAM also. Now int array1, int AR1 is equal to p dot show area. So as I told you, object dot variable and object dot method, yes, it can be done. So that is the basic rule of this object oriented programming, object dot variable and object dot method. So p dot show area. So it go to the show area, and then so from here it will go to the show area method, return length into width. So what is length? 10. What is width? 20. So 10 into 20, 200. It returns. So this will be substituted by 200. So that is passed to what? AR1. So 200 is assigned to what? The right side value will be given to the left side value. So AR1 is 200 now. So the next line system.out.println, the array is plus AR1. So on the monitor, it prints the array is 200. Listen carefully. Now we are going to the next important phase. Now the next line again. Polygon Q is equal to new polygon. Again, an object is created for the same class polygon. So declaration, memory allocation. So now how it allocates memory now? Yes, Q for the polygon class. Yes, what are the variables? Yes, length and width. Please understand. So length at 233 somewhere, and width at 272 somewhere. But variables are allocated separately for the next object, polygon Q. Polygon P is over already, and we have some variables length and width, of course. And polygon Q, why? Because for the polygon object P, yes, we need to have a set of variables, and one, of course, the method, of course, it is created in the allocated in the RAM. When we have another object called Q for the polygon class, yes, I want to perform some operations on my variables. So length and width are created. Good. And what about the method now? Variables length and width are created at 233 and 272. Fine. But show area, the method. So variables and method. But method will be copied only once in the memory, in the RAM. Why? Because method is the method. Why? Because the same method can be used n number of times. Please understand. Please understand. Variables will have a different values, but method is the same concept. For that, the arguments will change. Variables which varies. So the variables will change, but the method will be the same method. So if I want to purchase a book, the process, of course, of purchasing a book is the same for anyone. So the purchasing of book method will be written only once. So show area method is also written or allocated in the memory only once, but it is used n number of times by n number of objects with different set of variables. Please understand. The same method is used n number of times for n number of objects by using different set of variables. Now, so please understand. So show array is only once at 456. Now let's see what will happen. So 30, 40. So 30, 40, 30 is copied to X. So I'll put it this way. And 40 is written to Y. So length is 30 and width is 40. See, length is 30, width is 40 in the RAM. And now show area. So from here it will go to show area, return length into width. So 30 into 40, 1200. So it will return, this one will have a return value of 1200. So return it, it will return back 1200. That is given to AR2. So the area is AR2. So AR2 is having 1200 now. So it prints the array is 1200. So like this, the variables are created n number of copies for n number of objects, but method is copied or allocated only once. Variables are created n number of times for n number of objects, but the method is allocated only once for n number of objects, but it is invoked n number of times with different set of variables, different type of variables, of course, different set of variables. Okay, hope it is clear. So let's run this program fast. Okay. Yes. So the same program here, I've just copied, not wasting the time to type and everything. So let's run it on the editor, online editor. Java Online Compiler, of course. Yeah, array is 200, array is 1200. 10 into 20, the first arguments, which is 200, and 30 into 40, which is 1200. So like that, the memory is allocated for the variables and functions of n number of objects in the RAM. I think it is clear for you. Any doubts, you can comment it. Please subscribe to the channel and like it, and please share it to your friends. Hope it is clear. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.